For the benefit of guests, let me explain what Toastmasters International is. But do we have any guests? In case if we have any guests, they can come and they can introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm one of the guests, and my name is Daya Ogli. I'm Divya's mother.
Hi, I am Sachin Ramkar. Actually, I'm attending this session second time as a guest. In the first session, in the last Sunday, I have joined. I live in Pune, work for banks.
Hey, hello. My name is Akshay. I've joined this session today. I'm from Pune. I'm working in corporate.
Welcome, Akshay. Any other guests here? I think those are all the guests we had. So I'll continue. For the benefit of guests, let me explain what Toastmasters International is. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of 16,800 clubs in over 143 countries. Our club mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. The core values of Toastmasters International are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. There are a few ground rules for every Toastmasters meeting. Firstly, I request all the participants to mute themselves to avoid any disturbances. Second, please avoid talking about politics, religion, and sex. Third, please don't chat or show reactions like thumbs up or applause, etc. when a speaker is speaking. Fourth, please applaud loudly and keep smiling because it increases the speaker's confidence. This has to be done when a speaker finishes his speech. All the participants are requested to come in video mode to show appreciation. I would now like to invite the presidents of all clubs for the presidential addresses, starting with Toastmaster Shashank Singh of TMC South, who is an investment associate at Mellon Corporation and is passionate about CrossFit and adventure sports. Over to you, Toastmaster Shashank.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rishi. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. India is a land of diversity, a unique and a colorful mosaic of people of different faiths. There is a festival for every reason and in every season. So I welcome you all for the joint meeting of Toastmasters Club of Pune South, Toastmaster Bane Toastmasters Club, and On Toastmasters Club. We all have gathered here to celebrate a festival with a great enthusiasm. I wish you all happy Makar Sankranti, happy Bihu, happy Lohri, and happy Pongal. Friends, festivals are an expression of spirit of celebration, and the celebration consists of more happiness when we celebrate a festival with our family and friends. And to celebrate today's festival, we have our host and our host for today's meeting. So he is someone who is an innovation expert by profession, a passionate Toastmaster for 7 years. He has served at various leadership roles in Toastmasters. So please help me welcome our Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Chilal, to start up with the celebration of today's meeting. Akshay, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Presiding Officer. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, a very good evening. Just a quick check if you are able to hear me well and see me well. Can anyone show me thumbs up or confirm? All right, great. Thank you so much.
Yes.
A warm welcome to each and everyone. So today we gather here for this exclusive joint meeting. Three community clubs coming together. This indeed is one of the finest gestures which I can say to celebrate Makar Sankranti. What could be the best way to coming together? Although we are sitting at our home, and coming together virtually in itself is one of the indeed a big celebration moment, which I can personally feel it. We do conduct our club meetings regularly at our clubs. We have our meetings where we meet our club members. We are so used to connecting with the same people. And today, here we are seeing new faces, possibly few of the familiar faces, but haven't been able to connect. And that's the beauty of Toastmasters. It brings you together in a platform where you come and share your ideas, hear out what others are also trying to say. And today, it's indeed an auspicious occasion. On the occasion of Makar Sankranti, we are here to celebrate and also share our experiences. I'm Toastmaster of the day, Akshay Chilal, coming here to you present, take you through this today's journey of this auspicious festival. So let me quickly share the screen so that we can get along with the today's meeting. Can anyone confirm if you are able to see the screen? Maybe.
Yes.
If
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I've just shared the agenda as well in the Zoom chat. If any of the guests or the members who have just joined in, you can download at your end and also see. Also, I'll be sharing the screen and taking you through with the today's entire meeting format. Now, before we get into the actual meeting, to start off with our today's theme, interesting discussions, or maybe to just understand the overall significance as well. When I was actually trying to bring out the theme here, I just thought to bring that curious element. So that's where first initially I named this as Festival of Movement. Then there were questions. What do you really mean by festival movement? Is it to move around here and there? Or is it just something connecting with this festival? So Makar Sankranti is also named as Festival of Movement, Festival of Harvesting, and there are many other reasons which you might already be knowing. But I'll keep it simple just to let you know about the significance, how we celebrate, why even we celebrate, and some fun fact or interesting facts which I want to cover in this today's discussion. To start off, of course, a very basic thing, what comes to mind is, what do you really mean by this word Makar? So Makar means this zodiac sign Capricorn. So movement of sun into Makar Rashi or the zodiac of Capricorn is called as Makar Sankranti. Also, there is a meaning behind the Sankranti, which is more on the religious aspect, which few of them may be already knowing. This festival marks the end of the long, cold winter months and the onset of the spring. In ancient times, it was the time when the shift of sun resulted in longer days. So it is a celebration of the change of seasons from a harsher to a milder climate, a sign of hope and positivity. Now, this festival is celebrated in honor of Surya, the sun god. So we call them as Surya Devta, or there are different names which you may call upon. So basically to pay the tribute for the grace of his energy that has enabled the life and food on earth. So this is one of the important significance where we actually celebrate in the honor of Surya, or we can say the sun god. Now, as I mentioned, it is also a harvest festival. It is the time of joy, abundance, and celebration in the farming communities, because this is the time when they reap the fruits of their hard labor. Now, beyond these, this is in a more simpler terms, which I try to portray this. Now, let me take you to the next part of it, why it is, called as festival movement. So let me go to the next slide. Is basically to recognize the moment. Now, movement being celebration, movement being life, movement being the process of life and beginning and the end of the life. Now, there are 12 Sankrantis in a year. So 12 days in a year when the sun moves from one constellation to another. And usually from Makar Sankranti, the sun starts moving towards the north direction, which is also known as Uttarayan. So this is a very interesting thing. And in fact, this is a vast topic when you actually research and study more about it. But of course, we'll not go into too much of deep. Now, Uttarayan is regarded as the period of divinity. Although the entire year is considered as auspicious, however, this period during this 3 days of the time period, January 13th to January 16th, is considered slightly more auspicious. Now, I'd like to take the pause here and just maybe have some of the interesting things, what you all may be knowing it. So maybe I request you to put it in the chat, or if someone wants to unmute and say in a line, 1 or 2 lines, significance of Makar Sankranti, if you know anything else from what I shared. Yeah, let's see who is the brave one who is going first. Yes, Binaman.
Yeah, I would like to add that during this festival, we all eat til ka laddus. Til is sesame and it's made with jaggery and sesame. Now, both jaggery and sesame are considered to be warm items. And in this cold weather, when you ingest jaggery and sesame mixed together, it acts as a beneficiary to the body, and it keeps the body warm. So the reason behind having til ka laddus is to eat something that warms your body in this cold weather. That is one of the fun facts of having a til ka laddu. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Akshay, so just to add to what Tina ma'am said, 14th of Jan and 15th of Jan, like they are considered as the coldest day in 365 days. That's the reason we used to eat like til ka laddu and
keep our body warm.
Yeah.
Great. That's nice. Interesting points. Anyone else to add on?
So I would like to add on that we make everything with ghee because that is the traditional method. It also ensures, so ghee, I'm talking about ghee, so it ensures that excessive heat doesn't generate in our body when we ingest good jaggery.
Okay. Great.
And Sandeep here, it also reminds me my childhood days when I used to go out to fly kites with my group of school friends. So I will say that this is a festival of kites for me.
Okay. Festival of Kites. That's interesting.
Kites.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I think we had some interesting points here and fun facts coming in. Til ka laddu, the coldest days, the kite festival, and also Divya mentioned about the how much he loves ghee, and he also told the benefit of adding on the ghee. Great. So let me move to the main part of the meeting. So here comes to explain what exactly happens when we are at the Toastmasters club meeting. Let me share the agenda so that I explain and walk you through what is going to happen today in the next 2 hours of our journey. I hope you are able to see the screen. Also, I've shared in the chat. Typically, a Toastmaster club meeting has 3 sections. So you attend any of the club meeting worldwide. Usually the format is like to have the prepared speech section, the table topics, that is where we call as impromptu speaking section, and the third is speech evaluation section. Now, these 3 sections have their own significance. And usually the evaluation section is one of the main things why Toastmasters has been successful for the last 95 plus years. And today you will be able to actually witness why people join in and also how these feedbacks really help the speakers. But as you see the first part here, before we move into the actual sections of the prepared speeches, we will like to introduce all the role players. Basically, I'll be inviting and introducing the role players. Now, these role players are a main support system, I would say, to conduct this meeting successfully. To host any of the meeting, it's not just one person effort. It's a collectively group who comes together and makes this meeting successful. So today you'll be able to witness all these different role players coming in here, showcasing what their duties are, and also fulfilling their responsibilities. After I have introduced the role players, then we move into the prepared speeches sections. That's the first section which I was talking about. So 35 minutes will go into all the 4 speeches. So we have 4 speakers here from representing from all the 3 clubs. After we have completed with the prepared speeches, we move into the table topic section. So that's what is called as impromptu speaking, wherein you will get an opportunity. Basically, all the guests will get a wonderful opportunity to be part of this interesting session. Not to worry, this is going to be fun and most engaging session. So just stay tuned where our table topic master will tell you more details about it. And the last section is going to be the evaluation section, where not only the speakers who deliver the speeches are going to get their evaluations, but also in general, as the entire club meeting, what was conducted today, all the role players will come and present their reports. So that's how this meeting is going to flow. And now I'd like to take the pause here, and it is the time to invite our role players. So to start off with the timer, which is the most critical role in any of the Toastmaster Club meeting. As you all know, time is money. Time is the most important asset. So here we have a dedicated role, to take care of all the timing. Let's applaud and welcome our timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Hina Barhate. She's from Bane Toastmaster Club. Can Zoom Master please spotlight and maybe have a round of applause?
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay.
Yes, I'd like to introduce you now. So she's designer by profession. Her hobbies are sketching, painting. And when I asked her what is the memorable moment of Sankranti festival, she said giving till good sweets to her friends and family, and also wearing black. I believe that's her favorite color, and also more like celebrating togetherness. That's what she mentioned about the memorable moment. Over to you, timer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay. Dear Presiding Officer, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. What is one of the many things that we all get excited about festivals? Yes, it's eating good food, meeting friends and family, but it's also because it's a holiday. And when a holiday comes with a weekend, it's like having a ball. All of us, all 31 participants present here in this meeting, sure know how to use their time at its best to improve on our skills. And to make sure that we have all of this balance between the weekend and the learning, my role as a timer will help make sure that this meeting runs on time. It is my duty to time prepared speeches, table topic speeches, speech evaluations during this meeting. Every speech has a time range allotted for its finish time. You can see them on the agenda too, and I will be showing red, yellow, and green cards to denote this, as we all are familiar with. The speaker will have 30 seconds of grace time before the green or after the green card is displayed to the end of the speech in order to qualify for the vote. And I will report the qualifying times when called for. Over to you, Toastmaster Akshay.
Thank you very much for explaining your roles. And just to add on, all the speakers, evaluators, and even the table topic speakers, so you'll be able to see the screen when timer will be presenting during the respective section. All right, so moving on with our next role player. Remember those days from your school time or maybe even in college, how important it is to work on your grammar and the language. And this is most scary thing, I would say, at least for me, but also an interesting thing because language plays a very important role in our lives. So let's invite and applaud today's language evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmasters Santosh Yadav. He is from Bane Toastmasters Club. Let me introduce him. Toastmaster Santosh Yadav is working in an IT company as a digital marketing manager, and his hobbies are reading book and watching web series. Santosh, if you would also help me in actually sharing your memorable moment from Sankranti, that would be really great before you actually start talking about the grammarian role. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay. My memorable moment in a Sankranti is basically to learn how to fly in the kite and never success to fly in the kite. So, Presiding Officer, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guest, good evening. As a language evaluator, my responsibility to listen everything that has been said during this meeting and note and report effective use of language. Apart from this, I have also responsibility to present word of day and the phrase of the day. So today, word of day is accentuate, and it is used as a verb over here, and the meaning of it make more noticeable. The example of this, you could wear a green shirt to accentuate your green eyes. Now, phrase of day, have a ball. It is not exact phrase of day, phrase, it is idiom. So, have a ball. The meaning, enjoy oneself greatly or to have a fun. Example, everyone had a ball at the party. I request and urge to use this word of day and phrase of day during this meeting if you get the chance to speak, and same time I request to audience show the thumbs up or send the emoticon when speaker use word of day and phrase of day. I will present my report when called for. Over to Toastmaster Akshay.
Thank you so much. And just to help everyone with today's word of the day and the idiom of the day, I've just posted in the Zoom chat as well so that you can actually look at it and maybe practice. So just to start off, I think this dress code, traditional wear is a good way to make everyone accentuate. I'm not sure if I used it rightly, but yeah, making more noticeable, this is what is expected. So from the audience, any guest or member would like to give it a try so that we remember this? Yes, Shashank?
Yeah, let's have a ball in this joint meeting.
Great. Thank you. Have a ball in this joint meeting. Anyone else? Let's see who's the brave one going next. There's maybe someone from the guest, if anybody would like to try.
I can try.
Yes, they will.
The poster of this meeting has accentuated the theme of the today's meeting very well.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. That's apt usage. All right. So I request everyone to please, remember this word of the day and the idiom of the day and try to use as much as possible. Now, moving on with our next role player. As I mentioned, the evaluation is one of the most important aspects in the Toastmasters meeting. And we have a very dedicated role player called as General Evaluator. You may relate him or her as the headmaster, as the principal, as the mentor, as the coach, whatever the way you want to connect. But I believe General Evaluator is the one who actually gives the honest and the most critical feedbacks, which helps us to improvise collectively as a group, collectively as all the club members. So with a huge round of applause, let's invite our General Evaluator for today's meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Seema Rani. Can we have a round of applause?
Thank you so much, Akshay.
Yes. And Seema, just take a pause now. She's a Toastmaster for more than 7 years now. She has served as Program Quality Director for District 98 Toastmasters in the last term. She's professionally an agile coach and program manager working with MasterCard. When I asked her what's her memorable moment, she mentioned this Makar Sankranti was very special. First one after marriage. Husband arranged special Punjabi food and mom sent parcel from Punjab with her favorite snacks of the winters. How amazing is that? So with a huge round of applause, over to you, Seema Rani.
Thank you so much once again, Akshay, and good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and guests for today's meeting. I'm sure we're all going to have a ball in this meeting. My role as a journal evaluator is to note each and everything that's going to happen in this meeting or has happened since 3:45 of the meeting, and noticing down everything that's going to happen and provide my report along with my team towards the end of the meeting. Thank you. Back to you, Akshay.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone. So that's all about the introduction of the role players part. Now, fasten your seatbelts, get excited. So because we are going to quickly start off with our first section, prepared speeches. As I mentioned, there are 4 speakers who are going to really amaze us with them marvelous speeches. So to start off with our first speaker, Toastmaster Divya Ogale. So he's from our Toastmaster Club, and he's going to attempt his icebreaker from the innovative planning part, and that's his level 1 and project 1. Before I invite the speaker, it is time to invite the evaluator, the first evaluator, Toastmaster Shashank Singh, who is from Toastmaster Club of Pune South, to please read out his project objectives. Over to you, Toastmaster Shashank.
Thank you so much, DTM Akshay. So good evening again. So Toastmaster Divya would be attempting his and the basic objective of this project is for to introduce himself to club and practice basic public speaking skills. I wish timer, please note the time for the speech is 4 to 6 minutes, and I wish the speaker all the best. Toastmaster Dev, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shashank. So let's spotlight our speaker 1, Toastmaster Divya, before you start. Right, yes, he's spotlighted now. Toastmaster
Yeah.
Divya, he is a passionate and energetic UI or UX designer. He's currently 3rd year pursuing Bachelor of Design degree from University of Petroleum and Energy Studies. He creates professional UI or UX design through innovative ways targeted towards business goals and customer requirements. Wow, that's really an interesting profession, I would say. And we are eager to know more about you, and that's what is the project about. So with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Divya Ogale, all about me, Toastmaster Divya Ogale.
Okay. So I should rather start my speech topic by having a topic such as how I came to eat Karela rather than stating all about me. But it is actually all about me. So I'll rather stick to that. I'll start by first defining myself, my character for beginners. I've always been a kind and empathetic person towards people, at least till a certain point of time. At the same time, I've always had a dark sense of humor, though I ensure nobody got hurt. And more than that, I only joke around people who I know and understand well. So you don't need to worry about that. My behavior is more open. I can be myself when I am with my family or with the few other people I get along with. Otherwise, most of the time, I'm like a mechanical robot for people who don't know me personally and vice versa. I'm a hardcore introvert who can manage teamwork but prefers doing it all solo. I don't mean to brag, but I have an extremely determined mindset. So much that I can be called an extremist, although that determination only exists for certain things. I'm proud to say that taking good care of my health and exercising well are few of those activities. Others, not so important activities involve um, watching anime, playing video games, etc. Still, the best part about me that I admire is having a heart of steel that can withstand anything and the deep passion that keeps me going despite the challenges. I, being a solo being, was the exact reason I pushed myself out of my introvert zone and joined Toastmasters. The primary reason being socializing. So that's me. Now I'll start my story. Since childhood, I was a determined foodie and had a strong passion for eating tasty food. The only difference between me and Kumkarn was that I ate 2 plates more than him. Whenever we visited guests during occasions, I was the one who never shied away from finishing up their food stop. In fact, mom often got compliments from my aunts, such as, "You got such a cute son. See, he's the one who never shies away from my cooking. He loves my cooking so much. Please come again." But despite getting all the compliments, she used to be embarrassed. Well, it's not my fault. My aunts always told me to never shy away and eat till my heart's content. I was just playing by the rules. This I often got encouragement from my mom and negative comments from my grandpa to reduce weight. This got so common that I started ignoring them. What actually influenced me mentally were my friends' brags of the medals they won at competitions and sport competitions at school. Hopefully, that's a believable excuse. Come on. There was definitely not a hot girl at school that got me conscious and made me lose weight. That's not the case. Absolutely not. Anyways, due to XYZ mental motivation, I came up with a smart solution. I started to cycle every day. Sorry. I started to cycle every day to school. That was 5 kilometers away. This had a drastic impact on my weight and also gave me some pocket money. This was actually the money saved on transportation. And after a week's argument, my mom agreed to it. As I advanced more in my daily workout, I learned about how a good diet influences your body. I soon found out some horrific facts, some stating that good development of body needs 70% of healthy diet and 30% of exercise. I was a bit depressed after hearing this. At this point, I had to choose between options, such as if I want to continue eating junk or do I exercise and at the same time, or do I go all out on my diet plans and workouts and be like Superman? Well, I chose option number 2, the hard path, the difficult path, and dreamt of being like Superman. It was not easy, and I have to say, I regretted doubting my decision many a time. I started out by consulting a proper dietitian, to going to my gym teacher, and to follow a healthy lifestyle, which includes sleeping on time, increasing your number of meals, but eating less, and so on and so forth. The best part was I got together, or I was able to be involved with a group of friends with similar interests who got along with me after seeing my efforts. They acknowledged me. Within our group, we had healthy competitions and fun challenges. One of the challenges included having bittergood juice. At first, I was shocked by just hearing about it. Bittergourd was one of the vegetables listed on my never to eat list. But I took the challenge. My extremist mind thought something else. I took up the challenge. I gulped all the juice in one sip and I won. Thank you. Yep.
Thank you so much. Speaker number 1, that's his icebreaker. An introvert converted to extrovert, extremist, fitness enthusiast, fond of animations, a man with a heart of steel, deep passion, determined foodie, and the list goes on. Wow, that was an awesome icebreaker. A big round of applause to speaker number 1. And now I request all the audience to please provide your feedbacks. You may use the Zoom chat by sharing the feedbacks privately to the speaker. I would like the timer to please time for 30 seconds so that the feedbacks can be provided.
Akshay, before we proceed with the feedback, can we have a standing ovation for Div because it was his icebreaker speech?
Yeah,
so I
as a
request you all
tradition.
to stand up wherever you are as a tradition and applaud for Toastmaster Div for the wonderful icebreaker.
Yeah, that's his start of his journey in the Toastmasters, and this as a tradition. So we have the standing ovation. Thank you, Shashank, for reminding. Great. Audience, feel free to please share your feedbacks with speaker number 1. You may use Zoom chat and share the feedback private. All right, moving on with our second speaker. A second speaker, as you can see in the agenda as well, speaker number 2 is Manisha Saxena from Bane Toastmaster Club. She would be attempting her level 4 project 2 from strategic leadership path. And before I call upon the speaker number 2, I'd like to invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Manali Sasrabuddhe from Aun Toastmaster, to please read out her project objectives.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I'm evaluating our speaker number 2, Toastmaster Manisha. And the purpose statement states the purpose of this project is for the member to apply his or her learning, in case for her, to apply her understanding of social media to enhance an established or new social media presence. And at the same time, to share some aspect of her experience establishing or enhancing a social media presence. I wish her all the very best. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Evaluator Manali. Zoom Master, please spotlight Manisha. And before you move on, to introduce Manisha. So she's into management teaching for past 21 plus years with varied management institutes in Delhi, NCR, Mumbai, and Pune. Currently as a Dean and Deputy Academic Coordinator with ICFAI Business School, Pune. She loves running, gymming, yoga, singing, and dancing. When I asked her a memorable moment, she mentioned that as she is from Jaipur, Sankranti stands for kite flying, and that is very special for her. And in fact, she was the one given to hold the charka as she was not good at flying kites. And one of the moments she also mentioned in the chilly winter mornings, Revdi peanuts, mongore, and a huge gathering of cousins. That's what she loves. So with a huge round of applause, let's welcome speaker number 2, Manisha Saxena, harnessing the power of me, Manisha Saxena.
A quick audio visual check. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Thank you. Shout out loud if watching the 2020 docudrama, The Social Dilemma, which explores the dangerous human aspect of social networking, with tech experts sounding the alarm on their own creations, corroborated the fears you harbored for social media. Respected President, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. A few months back, my daughter forwards a mail to me which reads, "Congratulations on being the winner for the Nivea Soft Fresh Batch 2021. We are so excited to help you in this journey to become an influencer." And I was like, wow, but how did you get there? And that's when she showed me how Instagram helped her reach out to various connections across the world who had similar interests and goals. This was an eye-opener for a Gen X who desperately needed to learn how to unfold and unlock and unleash the power of social media. One of the reasons why I got into Facebook in 2008 was that before my kids tell me the what and how of technology, I should be able to tell them how you can connect and advance yourself, promote yourselves and your organizations and create content. And now here I was getting tutored by my daughter, who said FB is for oldies. And by the way, just giving a few likes does not enhance your social media presence. You have to devote time. The other day, my young colleague said, "LinkedIn, ma'am, is not an exercise of self-promotion." And she explained how she got this job through LinkedIn. And I used to fear, does the world know that I'm job hunting? So with the objective of building my personal brand and accomplishing my promotional goals, I started engaging in regularly positive interactions online, liking posts, commenting, retweeting articles, sending articles, sharing news, and so on. But the first lesson I got was to understand which platform has to be used for what. So all the professional content has to be for LinkedIn, and you're allowed to let your hair down on FB and Insta. So now, with a comparatively broader base, my network helped me get a lot of guests in my classroom and for my conferences. So way back, when I had organized an international conference on social media revolution, the end of traditional marketing communication in 2016, and extensively used LinkedIn and used FB Live for the event, I realized how an entirely new set of jobs have been coming up: digital marketing, social media marketing. Moreover, in the recent past, I witnessed a lot of recruiters looking at digital footprints, pre-assessing candidates, or even recruiting candidates through social media. So later, whichever platform, we left no platform untouched to reach out to people, adding tags to promote all the events, whether it was the HR Summit in 2017, the 5K CSR Run in 2018, or the HR Conference in 2019, everything to create a lot of awareness. By the way, I connected with a lot of my friends on Facebook last year just to understand their well-being in the COVID situation. And I could never have dreamt of meeting my school friends this December in Jaipur and having a ball after 28 plus years. And nothing could have made it possible but social media. The only could have, revisited and made these old relationships live once again. Unbelievable. I revisited my Twitter account just to be mesmerized by the one-on-one connection I can get with anyone, from unknown to the well-known. I believe this connectivity is across the globe, has made this generation adapt to new people and places just like fish to water. So do you think being on social media is so necessary? There's no denial that social media has become such a big part of our lives that if you do not have a digital presence, you're not allowed. With some caveat on privacy and safety, all these tips, how best to use this inexpensive method, I am on my journey to manage and accentuate the power of this amazing tool to not only get diverse opinions and accentuate my online profile, but also to create a lot of content, enhance my visibility. So consistency, presence, consistency, and relevance, I think that is the roadmap. And I invite all of you to join me and follow me on my Facebook, Insta, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manisha. Yes, you did pick on the right topic. It's quite debatable, but you beautifully narrated, give the simplest way of looking at the things: presence, consistency, and relevance. That's the takeaway which I'm going to have from your speech. So audience, let's take 30 seconds to please share the feedbacks with our speaker number 2. You may please do that in the Zoom chat and share the feedbacks privately. Timer, please let me know when 30 seconds are over.
Um, 30 seconds are over.
Great, thank you so much. Moving on with our next speaker. The third speaker is a slight correction in the agenda. By mistake, her surname was mentioned incorrectly. So I would like to share that her name is Komal Doke. So D-O-K-E, that's a correction which I wanted to point out. She's from Bane Toastmasters Club. Is attempting her level 2 project 3 from presentation mastery path. And before we call upon the speaker, I'd like to invite her evaluator, Tina Garg from Toastmaster Club of Pune South, to please read out her objectives. Yeah, we're not able to hear you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. So here, DTM Hina Garg, and today I have privilege to evaluate Toastmaster Komal, and her speech title is Importance of Mentoring. And the purpose of this speech the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a prodigy. My all the best wishes to my target speaker, Toastmaster Komal. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster today.
Thank you so much, evaluator. I request Zoom Master to please spotlight our third speaker. See her. So Toastmaster Komal, she is a software engineer working in an IT company in Pune. She liked doing social work, reading books, and traveling. And when I asked her a memorable moment, she mentioned, being a foodie, I wait for my mom's handmade til laddu and to meet relatives on Sankranti. That's her memorable moment from Sankranti festival. So with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Toastmaster Komal Doke, Importance of Mentoring, Toastmaster Komal Doke.
Thank you, TM. Am I audible and visible? Can someone just say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. A mentor is someone who allows you to see hope in yourself, said Oprah Winfrey. Most of the people in this world are seeking better development in their personal as well as professional lives. In this development process, do we really need a mentor? Can we be successful without any? And my answer is no, you can't. Dear Presiding Officers, fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the Day, and dear guests, very good evening to all of you. As you all have understood, I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic today, that is mentoring. We need to know about our life. We need to know about life. We don't have that. We don't have that gift that we know about everything our life since our birth. We need to know about our society. We need to know about how to make money, how to get in good shape. Those concepts are taught along the journey. And to tell the truth, everyone you met in your life is your mentor. Sometimes we use the mentor to describe someone with really high intellect, skilled, and who really talks about himself as a mentor. You definitely have people who like who you definitely have met people who are like that, who are really skilled and specialized in their field, like our DTM members in Toastmaster clubs. They are important in building of a person we are today. I believe there are three types of mentor in our life. The first kind of by default, which are our parents. They taught us everything since our birth. Second are by without choice. And those are our teachers from school and college. They have defined syllabus to complete. They also have helped us in our upbringing. And third mentors are by our choice. They can be our friends, any relative, any person, or a book. If I talk about my personal life, it was not very challenging till I entered my professional life. I started facing challenges in terms of communication, presenting myself, making people listen to me. I was struggling and trying different ways to overcome them. Then one day, I met my mentor, my colleague Priyanka. I would not say mentor, she was my angel. She told me different things about professional life. She told me to write down my points, to make bullet points, be prepared before meeting, be on time in the meeting, have sense of time, and do some homework wherever you go, and do something different than others so that people will notice you. In terms of my communication, I also asked her, can you please speak with me in English like every one of us do? So we both tried. For 1 month, we were talking in English, but then again, we started talking in Hindi. So she told me to join Toastmaster clubs, where I will get a bigger platform and more chances to speak in English. So I joined Toastmaster Club. And now, after 5 years of professional IT career, I can see tremendous changes in myself. I am happy that I got a good mentor and who is my friend now. People have so many different experiences in their life. It can be blurry to identify our needs. Mentor brings much experiences, wisdom, and connection that are required for our success in life. Not having mentor is like driving a car without a map and in a new city. Eventually, you will reach the destination, but you have lost the time and fuel. I am sure everyone here today knows of importance about time. That's why we have Toastmaster Hina as timer today. In Toastmaster as well, by record, we have only one mentor. But when I joined Toastmaster Banner, I felt I found treasure. I remember how confused I was in my icebreaker speech. I was very confused, like what I can say, what should I not say? Can I say complete journey, or how can I manage my time? But at that time, Toastmaster Yatin guided me so well. He told me the ways to write speech. He told me to write my first draft. I did that, and it was 1,000 words. So he told me, Komal, please reduce number to 700 so that you can finish within time. He told me importance about pauses, hand gesture, and how to make impact with your speech. That gave me boost, and it was successful delivery. Recently, I saw one good speech about ice-breaking speech of Toastmaster Sanjay, and it was very beautiful speech. I learned from that speech. So after 2 years of joining Toastmaster as well, I'm learning about icebreaker speech. And there are many DTM members in our Banner Toastmaster Club from whom you can learn. Here we have different roles like timer, evaluator, and counter who are indirectly supporting us, who are indirectly guiding us. These are our mentors for our good communication skill. In Marathi, there is one saying, देणाऱ्याने देत जावे, घेणाऱ्याने घेत जावे. घेता घेता एकदा देणाऱ्याचे हातच घ्यावे. Which means learn as much as you can from your mentors and one day give everything back to your mentee, because no one knows importance of mentor more than a good mentee. That's from my side. Over to you, Yamode.
That's indeed an amazing speech. Takeaways for me, the three mentors in life: parents, teachers, friends, or book. You very beautifully narrated. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal, about sharing the importance of mentoring in life. So audience, let's take 30 seconds to give feedback to speaker number 3. You may please use the Zoom chat. Share the feedbacks with Komal. Timer, please let me know when 30 seconds are over.
Um, 30 seconds are over. You can go ahead.
Thank you. Moving on with our final speaker, prepared speaker for today's meeting. So we have our next speaker coming in, Toastmaster Sandeep Mohanty from Toastmaster Club of Pune South. He is going to deliver his project 1 from level 2 from the presentation mastery path. Before I invite the speaker, I'd request the evaluator, Toastmaster Unmesh Mohitkar from Toastmaster Club of Pune South, please read out his project objectives. Over to you, Unmesh.
Hello. The objectives of Toastmaster Sandeep Mohanty are: the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. The purpose of this speech is for member to share some aspect of previous experience as a protege. All the best, Toastmaster Sandeep Kumar Mohanty.
Thank you, Toastmaster Unmesh. Zoom Master, let's spotlight the speaker number 4. Let's see. All right. So speaker number 4, Toastmaster Sandeep. He's a passionate data analyst. He loves spending time with his family. His hobbies include watching cricket and listening music. And his strength is his patience and being positive. When I asked him about the memorable moment, he did not mention any memorable moment, but his thought with regards to this festival, it is an opportunity for him to express his gratitude to a farmers community for harvesting the crops for us. That's indeed a wonderful gesture, wonderful thought. So with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Sandeep Mohanty, be the best version of you. Be the best version of you, Toastmaster Sandeep Mohanty.
Thank you, TMOD Akshay. Am I audible and visible to all of you?
Yes.
Thank you. Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn. It's a quote by Benjamin Franklin. So let me pose a question to one and all. Do you believe in this statement? If answer is yes, please show up your hand. I'll give you 5 seconds. Come on. Hurry up.
Raise their hands.
Thank you. Let's look at the result. Most of us believed in the statement. Yes, involvement is the key to the success. Involvement is key to the learning. A blissful evening to my presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters, and my esteemed guests. It's an absolute delight for me to be here and giving me opportunity to present a beautiful topic to one and all. The topic for today is what is Toastmaster mentoring? This is a topic which is very close to my heart. And today I'll tell you my past journey without a mentor and ongoing journey with a mentor. I'll take you way back to 2020 when a corporate program called Mentor Mentee program was rolled out in my organization for the first time. And to be frank, I heard it for the first time. What is Mentor Mentee program? What is the objective of this program? How the program operates? What is the structure of this program? These are the kind of questions which pop up in my mind. And eventually I decided it's not a program for me. And I decided not to enroll into this program. But you know what happened? Just before the enrollment deadline, one day, my manager called me and asked, Sandeep, did you enroll into this program? I say politely, no. And he came heavy on me. No, you need to enroll into this program. This is a worldwide program. It has enormous benefit. It has a huge successful program across the organization. And without choice, I'll have to enroll into this program. But let me be frank to you. There was not heart and soul from my side at all. And also, this program was also added to my year-end performance goal. I'll have to make this program a successful one. Otherwise, year-end, it will impact my performance. It will impact my career. So I'll have to make sure I follow rules, norms, guidelines decided by the organization. And I made the program successful at the year end. It was a successful program on the journals, on the books and records. But what did I learn? Nothing. Again, beginning 2021, a new role and responsibility was bestowed on me, that is to manage a group of 10 people. And I was super excited. Best wishes, messages, letters, phone calls overwhelmed me. And it's not easy to be a leader from an individual contributor role. And within a month in my new role and responsibility, I understand I need to build one skill within myself, that is public speaking. If I don't do, then I will not be successful in my career at all. And perhaps a day will come soon when I will be given a pink slip. And panically, without delays, I enroll into Mentor Mentee program 2021 once again. But this time, you know, what is the difference? There was seriousness. There was a plan. There was a goal. There was a good collaboration between mentor and mentee. And we met up twice a month. We decided our goal. We agreed upon. We embraced each other. And I remember my mentor saying, you can't be a swimmer unless until you swim. You can't be a dancer unless until you dance. Just like that, you cannot be a speaker unless until you speak, my dear friends. And he recommended me to be part of this beautiful Toastmaster fraternity. And without delays, I enrolled Toastmaster Club South Pune, Feb 2021. And today, my evaluator, Toastmaster Unmesh Mohitkar, is my mentor. So mentor is someone who is a tour guide. Imagine a tour to a new place without a guide. So mentor is someone who has already traversed the bumpy ride. He understands the up and down of your journey. He's a pro. So you and your mentor need to get along very well to make the program successful. And you know what happened? The program was really successful. And how can I depict it? Year end, there are two positive news to me. One, I promoted to the next role. And my current team size is expanded from 10 to 22. And also, I was given a responsibility to manage a global team which spans over Poland, US, and India. So do you think that I'll have to again explain the benefit of Toastmaster mentoring? My success itself depicts the importance of mentor, my dear friends. I will attribute my success to my mentor, including Toastmaster Unmesh Mohitkar. Thank you. Over to you, my dear friends.
Thank you so much. That was indeed an inspiring speech, Toastmaster Sandeep. Imagining a mentor as a tour guide, that's a great takeaway for us. So audience, let's take quick 30 seconds to give the feedbacks. Meanwhile, I request Zoom Master to please launch the polls. Before that, maybe I'll request the timer to please come forward and share the timing report. So timer, Toastmaster Hina. So can you please present your report?
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshay. Toastmaster Divya took 6 minutes 43 seconds. Toastmaster Manisha took 6 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Komal took 6 minutes 4 seconds, and Toastmaster Sandeep took 7 minutes and 15 seconds. So Toastmaster Manisha, Toastmaster Komal, and Toastmaster Sandeep are qualified for voting.
All right, great, thanks. Zoom Master Sandesh, may I request you to please launch the polls?
Yes, just a moment.
Sure.
The polling has been launched.
Request everyone to please quickly take 5 seconds to your responses via live poll. Sandesh, let me know once you have received maximum polls.
It's 20 of 28 have
Percentage? It's
78%.
10 more seconds and then we stop the polls. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, great. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating. That was the first section, prepared speeches section. Thank you so much to all the speakers for taking out time and delivering that wonderful prepared speeches. Now we move on to our next section, and then we take you into the journey of the today's theme as well. Now let's take a ball, because this is going to be an interesting session. And to do the honors, I'd like to invite an amazing table topic master to please conduct this section. A huge round of applause. Let's welcome Toastmaster Toral Parekh from Toastmaster Club of Pune South. Master, please spotlight. She's on the video. Yes, I can see her. So Toastmaster Toral, she's an English language trainer with an experience in training students and working professional for the past 9 years. Recently, she has stepped into corporate training and has assignments working with John Deere and Cognizant. For her, the memorable moment, one thing I've really enjoyed is flying kites on our terrace with family and friends and having a lots of chicky to eat. That's a beautiful memory. So over to you, Toastmaster Toral Parekh, for the next 10 to 12 minutes to conduct the table topics.
Thank you. Thank you, Akshay, for the introduction. So today for table topics, we will be doing something called Would You Rather? Okay, so here I'll be giving you 2 options and you need to choose one of the options and you need to tell us why you are choosing this option. All right. Yeah. So I would first like somebody to volunteer and come as as a speaker, or otherwise I'll choose a speaker, whatever. Anybody would like to come up first? Would anyone like to come up?
Kalpana has raised her hand.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Kalpana, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine, Kalpana. Okay, so I'll be giving you two options and you need to choose one of the options, right? Okay, so as you know, the minimum time that you need to speak for is 1 minute and the maximum is 2 minutes, right? You will be getting 30 seconds to think before you can start. All right, so Kalpana, would you rather live a peaceful life in a village or a drama-filled life in a big city? Do you want me to repeat that? Yeah. Would you rather live a peaceful life in a village or a drama-filled life in a city?
Okay. Yes, I'll go with the second option. I would like to live a drama full life in a city. This is because I already 25 years I spent in a village and a very peaceful life. I enjoyed, but that time I by looking the only listening or critical, I mean, some news or some big achievements in a newspaper and all this. So instead of that, to they're not getting exposure in a village. So in a cities, at least instead of sitting on the corner of the seashores, just like to jump into this and swim, whether the result will be I will learn to swim into the ocean and sea, or I will become a leader for my next generations to learn how to swim in the oceans. That's why opting for the second option.
Okay, great. I love the analogy, swimming in the ocean. Great, nice, Kalpana. Okay, so can we, all right, so can we have the next speaker? The next speaker who has nominated himself is Advait. Advait, can you please come forward? You spotlight Advait, please.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah. All right, Advait. Advait, would you like to spend your vacation on a beach or on a mountain?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
So I have 30 seconds to think, right?
Yes, you have 30 seconds to think. Minimum time is 1 minute, maximum is 2 minutes.
Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak. So I have to make a choice between if I would choose my vacations to be on a mountain or on a beach. So as far as my personality is concerned, I would like an adventurous activities more. So I would definitely choose a mountain over a beach. That's because mainly the mountains require hard work and perseverance to climb them. And apart from that, as I'm a resident of Maharashtra, there are many forts in Maharashtra which I would like to see and discover about. And as far as a beach is concerned, there are many people on the beach. So I think going on a mountain would give me a peaceful and adventurous vacation. And that's why I think I would rather choose a mountain over a beach. Thank you.
All right. Okay, great. So an adventurous person, so definitely a mountain. Great. All right. Can we have
Guests? So maybe
Yes.
Toral.
Yeah, guest. Yeah, a guest. Someone who would like to come forward.
Toral, I'm there.
I don't know who was speaking.
Dr. Sheikh Shakilan.
Dr.
Shakil, sir.
Okay, Shakil sir. Okay, sir. Okay, so would you like to go out for dinner with Priyanka Chopra or Deepika Padukone?
No third option. Basically, I would love to go out for dinner with my own wife. This is because, she knows what I like and what best to order. Because so far, I have no experience of hotel and menu and how to order. Fellow Toastmasters, table topic master, and all the respected guests, a very good evening to one and all. Going out for a dinner, you have to order something which will suits you of your liking, not of your liking also, but also the food which is suitable for your stomach. And this thing, what I have been eating throughout my life since my childhood, have been decided by my mother in the initial state. And then when I was handed over to my wife, she knew that these are the things which I like and I eat without any side effect or any problem. But the day I go along with my friends and order it, let me tell you, I develop a project of humor for my next topic in Toastmasters. So definitely it is not Priya or Padukone which is important. It is the food which is important if I'm going for the dinner. So you can select any partner for me, but I would always like to prefer my wife because it is the food which is more important for dinner or lunch. So let me tell you, my dear friends, it is your health at the last moment for the next day, next morning, how you rush to the washroom. So back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
So that was a nice way of not choosing any one of it, but really nice. Thank you, Dr. Sheikh Shakil. Okay, now can we have guest Piyush? Can we have guest?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, all right. Okay, so Piyush, would you rather have a quiet birthday party or a huge birthday party for yourself?
Yes, I am ready to talk about it.
Yes, please. Yes, start.
So thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. Honestly, I'm a type of a person who enjoys a lesser number of people, but people whom I have deep connections with. So I would prefer a quiet birthday party where I can enjoy the occasion with my family members, with very close friends, and I intend to have deep conversations with them about how I would want to live the next year of my life, would take in their feedback, would enjoy small jokes with them, have a good meal with them. All this in a quiet, serene environment so that we can focus on the conversations that we have. We can focus on enhancing our already good relations and to just prove to them that you are important for me and that's why you are part of this small quiet birthday celebration that I'm having. So yeah, I would choose to have a quiet birthday celebration with limited number of people whom I really love spending time with, rather than a grand celebration. So yeah.
Okay, great. So a peaceful, quiet birthday with your friends. Great way to spend a birthday. Thank you so much. Now can we have Akshay? Akshay M.
Hi.
So this is the last table topic that we'll be taking. Yes, Akshay. Akshay, so ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you rather live in a cold climate or a hot climate?
Okay, so I'll be getting 30 seconds, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can go.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you all for giving me this opportunity. So if I have to choose between living in a hot climate or a cold climate, I would definitely choose a hotter climate because so I've been so I'm from Mumbai. I've been born and brought up in Mumbai. So as you all know, the climate in Mumbai is hot and humid. So I'm very used to that climate. So I would rather prefer staying in hot climate for rest of my life, because I think though I'm staying in Pune, I would not say I hate winters, but putting all those layers of clothes and that I'm not very fond of. So I would definitely choose a hot climate over a cold any day.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Great. Great, Akshay.
Thank you.
All right. So do we have time for another one more topic, or do we close it?
No, Toral. I think we can. Good.
Fine. Fine. Thank you, everyone, for responding. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was an absolute delight to witness Toral as a table topic master, and also all the speakers did fantastic. Let's invite a timer to please present a report for the table topics.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay. Toastmaster Kalpana took 1 minute 25 seconds. Toastmaster Advait took 53 seconds. Toastmaster Shakil took 1 minute 54 seconds. Guest Piyush took 1 minute 14 seconds. And guest Akshay took 57 seconds. So the Toastmaster Kalpana, Toastmaster Shakil, guest Piyush are only qualified for vote.
Thank you so much for presenting. Zoom Master, can we have the polls?
Yes. Naimer, can you repeat who all qualified?
Yes, Toastmaster Kalpana, Toastmaster Shakil, and guest Piyush.
Okay. The poll has been launched. Please vote.
Thank you so much. Right, so audience, let's quickly take 5 seconds. It wouldn't take more time. So I request you to please quickly complete the polls. So we'll just give you another 10 seconds more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sandesh, I hope you're good with the polls.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, all right, friends, moving on with today's topic. So, and I'll just share this one slide and then we move to the next part. Give me a second. So, in the entire summary, or maybe I would say this festival, as you all mentioned so beautifully, and the one of the famous activities, of course, kite flying, However, there are different activities which you can also see basis your research, basis your experience. So it includes bonfires, feasts, puja in the river, feasts, arts, dance, socialization, and cow puja. So this first picture, what you see on the screen, is from the view from Jaipur, which was taken yesterday. This is the amazing view of the kite flying. Most of you would be really interested to be part of it. And in fact, Manisha also mentioned in her, the memorable moment as well. And in the second picture, it's of course about the feast. There are different varieties of the food, which is, being prepared across the country. And in fact, the list is big. I just thought to add some of the famous dishes here. And the third picture is of course of the Lori festival. The fifth, this on the right hand side, the puja in the river. I'm not sure about this year, of course, because of the COVID norms, if this is the case, but this picture was taken 2 years back. And of the last picture is the Til Laddu, which most of you, mentioned about this. So this is, in general about the entire celebration. So we'll continue to hear this more. And now I'd like to take a quick 5 minutes break. And I request everyone to gather by 6:03 so as to continue with the evaluation section. So timer, please time for 5 minutes and we'll gather back by 6:03.
Sure, we are running 10 minutes late though.
Yeah, sure. We'll take care of the next part. Thank you.
I'm very Shakil sir now. This is break. We can.
I think his wife was around, so he didn't mention.
Shakil sir, is it true? this
Sir,
is
be honest.
just.
Yeah, I think it's true.
Bina madam, nice to see you after a long time.
Yeah, I know. Nice to be together. So many of us joining in a club meeting 33 and all is quite unbelievable.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
The power of synergy, I think. All three of us together is a good...
First time, Bina madam, I saw you speaking in 2011 or 12, long back.
Oh, okay. My God, that's right in the beginning when I just joined Toastmasters.
Yeah, that is TCS. Long back. Time flies.
Toastmaster Sandesh has shared a Google document, so I would request all the guests to take a moment and fill it out. It would be great so that our VPM can get in touch with you. Thank you.
I was wondering that Pune South is called which area and exactly which part of the Pune?
Yeah, it's in the Kondwa, NIBM road.
Okay. I have been to in Pune for only 3 to 4 months, and I was still like towards the Injawadi and Makar side.
Yeah, it's just the other end of the city.
Okay.
In the South
I
Pune,
think virtually is we can attend South meeting.
That's the advantage, yes.
In fact, in the South Pune, we have various community clubs as well. So, and in fact, the new one is the Fursungi. That's almost at the extreme end. This is recently started.
You are a breakaway from Southeast, no, Akshay?
Yes, because you mean as a club split from Southeast?
Yeah.
No, not really. That is another club, forgot, which is in Magarpatta. Just forgot the name. That is the split Rice Toastmaster.
Rice, correct.
BTM Mang would have been very emotional with that statement, Bina ma'am.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So I guess we are good. We are good to continue with the next part. It's 4 minutes. In the interest of time, we keep moving. So I hope it's fine.
Yes, we can always start before time.
Great. Yeah. Timer. That's right. Great. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Let's get to witness the amazing evaluation section. So as I mentioned, evaluation plays a very important role. And to conduct this session, we have a special personality, as I introduced her in the start of the meeting, a general evaluator, our immediate past program quality director of District 98 Toastmaster, General Evaluator Seema Ran. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Akshay. Welcome back, everyone, and good evening once again. We'll start the general evaluation session considering time. We will jump into the evaluation straightforward. My role responsibility is to ensure all the prepared speeches are evaluated, all the reports from the meeting are presented, and then I'll present my report in general, how we did good and how we can improve for the next meeting. Without further ado, let me invite the first evaluator for the speech. First speech was given by Toastmaster Divya. And to evaluate the speech, we have someone who works as an investment analyst at Mellon Corporation. He's passionate about CrossFit and adventure sport. I literally went ahead and searched for CrossFit and understand what it is. So when I'm introducing, I can understand what he does well. So please help me welcome on stage, Evaluator Shashank Singh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, for that introduction. So yeah, Timer, we can get started. Toastmaster Dev, you made my job difficult because I was clueless like whom to evaluate. Toastmaster Dev as a mechanical robot, Toastmaster Dev as an introvert, Toastmaster Dev as an extremist, and Toastmaster Dev as a person with the steel heart. In fact, a Superman. But I kept all of them aside and I evaluated Toastmaster Dev as a speaker. The journey towards 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And I congratulate Toastmaster Dev for taking that step and breaking the ice. Toastmaster Dev, you started your journey by introducing your personality type, like extremist, then mechanical robot, extremist, and even the person who has a dark humor. I hope you don't use your dark humor everywhere because I can resonate that personality because people judge more and laugh less when you're that person. Toastmaster Dev, you started your story like when you compared yourself with the Kumkaran, like in terms of food. And then you had an XYZ motivation. I hope your XYZ motivation didn't call you in the middle of your speech. And then you started your transformation journey of being a fitness freak. So a couple of things which I've noticed and is that Toastmaster Dev, you didn't have any hesitation in your speech, which indicates that you're a confident speaker. And with more practice and with more flow and with more speeches, eventually you will get that more confidence in the Toastmasters Club. Right now, just one recommendation which I would like to give is just keep a tab of time because you exceeded time and you didn't qualify for the voting. All in all, your speech was good. You're a confident speaker and just make sure you're in time. And I wish you all the best for your future speeches and you will definitely do it. Thank you so much and over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shashank, for that great evaluation. Next up, we had the second prepared speech given by Toastmaster Manisha. And to evaluate the speech, we have someone who is a procurement buyer by profession, and she likes yoga, reading, and singing. Quite a hobbies. Her memory of Makar Sankranti is that as a kid, sneaking into the kitchen to sneak more gulpoli after the lunch and being caught by mom every single time. I think she was not doing something right out there with stealing. So she's not good at it. Please help me welcome inviting Toastmaster Manali on stage to evaluate the speech.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator DTM Seema. So today we witnessed a very compelling speech. Social media, a tool used mindfully and effectively, can help one enhance one's circle of influence, inspire to get inspired, and impact. Like we have seen also in the tough times of COVID, especially. I'm getting some background noise somewhere, and that's slightly, I don't know, somebody's mic is on, maybe they mute it. At the same time, social media can have devastating effects if it is used in an overkill manner, if we go overboard with it. So I first of all congratulate my target speaker, that is Manisha, Toastmaster Manisha, who is attempting her level 4, project 2, with this topic of harnessing the power of social media. She had a very interesting subject and she made justice to it. For me, what stood out was that she had a very compelling start. She introduced the topic. She started with talking about her daughter's journey or her daughter's role as an influencer and how she found out what exactly it is all about. That was her starting point to restart her journey to use social media to enhance her personal brand. It's very important to have a good structure for any speech, and she completely nailed it. She had a good speech where there was a good beginning, good middle, and good end. And for me, that definitely is very important because that helps the audience to relate better with the content which is being spoken, and for her, complete points on that. Apart from that, there were a lot of examples that she used, where she talked about how different social media tools helped her to enhance her brand and enhance her circle of influence, which was very important as well from the perspective of the purpose of this project. Another thing which I liked was she used a lot of gestures. Also, there was vocal variety, very clear, crystal clear vocal variety, which accentuated her points while she was delivering them. For audience engagement, she threw a lot of questions. Especially, there was one towards the end, which was very interesting for the audience, which made all of us take a quick beat and think about. And at the end also, she gave a closing remark or a call for action where she wanted people to connect with her on social media. So that was a very beautiful culmination of a very interesting topic. What I slightly missed, however, was the time that she spent using social media to enhance or build an existing social media presence. So I somehow did not capture that, whether it was 1 month, 2 months, what was the time span. Apart from that, I found there were no misses at all. She simply was confident speaker, and I completely had a ball while listening and evaluating her today. Thank you for the opportunity, and I wish her all the very best for the next speeches. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manali, for that great evaluation. With that, we'll move on to the third evaluation. That's for speech given by Toastmaster Komal. And the person evaluating is working as a business analyst in MasterCard, along with being financial advisor with Max Life. She loves reading books, watching series and movies just like me, and traveling. In her words, my memory of Makar Sankranti is my childhood time when I used to get upstairs early in the morning in chilly winters to fly kites. I think that was very, very beautiful memory, and we all enjoy that, whoever has done in past. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Hina Garg on stage.
Thank you, DTM Seema. Hello, everyone. Today I'm evaluating Toastmaster Komal, who has delivered a wonderful speech about importance of mentoring. Dear Komal, I really loved your speech because you picked a very difficult, a tedious topic about mentoring. What is a tedious thing in this? We have different mentors in our life, and to talk about whom is the very tedious task to choose just 1 or 2 mentors, isn't it? And here I liked a lot of things about your speech. Like, first is You talked about different types of mentors, parents, teachers who are default in almost everyone's life. And then you talked about by choice mentors. Plus, you also talked about two different mentors, specifically Toastmaster Priyanka and Toastmaster Yatin. Coming to them, I must say, you were more influenced by not Toastmaster Priyanka, by Priyanka because she helped you for a long duration of time in your professional life, how to be professionally be in meetings, and she motivated you to do something different than others to be noticed, isn't it? Here I want to say, you mentioned this line very well, but my expectation was you could have had an incident where what you actually did different after being motivated by her. And coming to the second mentor, which you mentioned, Toastmaster Yatin, he helped you in drafting speech, structure, body gestures, and most important, he was there with your icebreaker, the first step in the Toastmasters, isn't it? So you really talked about these mentors and how important role they played in your life. Here I have just two recommendations. The one is talking about a mentor is an emotional thing, isn't it? So I was expecting that you could have some emotional thing about like if those mentors were not in your life, how life could be different, or as they were in your life, what changes actually happened in your life. Yes, you grew to professionally, but I think this could be done by anybody else, but you know that something was different with these people, so some emotions you can add there. Second thing, I think you already mentioned in your speech that the number of words in a speech, and I say just by reducing the number of words in the speech, you could bring more expressions and emotions. Some speeches are meant for emotions, and when you're talking about somebody you worship or you dedicate or you have some influence on your life, requires a lot. Overall, it was a wonderful speech where you had a proper nice structure. Plus, I must recommend you for that you used some quotes really well, like driving a car without a map in new cities just like your life without a mentor, or learn as much as you can from your mentors and give them well back. So from my side, it was a wonderful speech. All the best. Thank you. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hina. That was a great evaluation again. Let's move on to the final evaluation for speech given by Toastmaster Sandeep. And the evaluator is a Toastmaster for almost 9 years now and currently serving as Area Director for Area 04. I think he has a great passion for poetry. I'm going to read a little bit more thoughts about his poetry collection here. He's the author of the poetry collection named Light, Shadow, Life, The Missing Verse of the Soul. Available it on Amazon as well. Part of multiple poetry anthologies. He's a featured poet at multiple international open mics and podcasts as well. He has his own open mic, Let's Unmesh Life. He also has performed at multiple international events like Singapore and San Jose's Poetry Festival. A regular performer at Nuyorican Cafe, New York, and also he writes in 3 languages, English, Hindi, and Marathi. He's a globetrotter having visited 22 countries. So any advice you need on poetry, you know who you should go to. With that, let's, with a round of applause, welcome Toastmaster Manisha on stage.
Thank you, BTMC ma'am. Be the best version of myself. The title itself was catchy. My target speaker started with that title itself. He grabbed attention. What is the best version of myself? What is the best version of him? Then he started with a quote in a relaxed manner. Always, when you want to start, take help of a quote. It's a ready-made material which is available to you. And he was always relaxed, questioning the audience. He questioned the audience, but then he did not wait for the answer. That was a deliberate tactic. He just questioned it and then he went ahead. It helped his flow And in the Zoom world, it is very important to keep the audience away. He did that. One more thing is the passion. You can see the passion when he was speaking. He was coming near to the camera. He was going back. He was showing a lot of hand gestures. There was movement. There was conversation. There was a story. This is what I loved about my target speaker's speech. Toastmaster Sandeep's story was like a self-development, improvement journey, or a story where a person wins after facing adversity. And everyone is interested in a story, especially when someone has faced problems. And that is how he presented it. He also mentioned the ways he has improved himself, the way he took the mentorship program. It was kind of telling the audience as well, here you see I am there, I am an improved person, but this is the way you can improve yourself as well. What are the areas where he could have done better? First thing is, when he started, he wasted too much of time in introduction. As he said, just jump into your speech, just jump into the river and you will start swimming. Take people with you. Don't waste too much of time telling what you are going to do. Action. Action is the buzzword. You could have started with a story where you went on a stage and you failed. Then slowly you could have built it, and then you could have shown, okay, afterwards, I improved myself, and you see, now I'm a better version now. Then the hand gestures. Hand gestures were there, it was good. We can see a lot of passion over there, but sometimes hand gestures, too much of hand gestures can be disturbing. But hand gestures are good, but that can be controlled. And when you leave the stage, you want people to remember you forever. So always close your speech with a quote. I am become a better version of myself. Do you want to become a better version of yourself? Join Toastmasters. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It was an excellent speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Umesh. That was a great evaluation. I can't agree more. With that, I request Toastmaster Hina to give the time evaluation for all the evaluators, if all have qualified.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, DTM Seema. All evaluators are qualified. Toastmaster Shashank took two minutes. Toastmaster Manali took 2 minutes 22 seconds. DTM Hina took 3 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Unmesh took 3 minutes 16 seconds.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hina. Coordinator or Zoom Master, can we launch the poll now for best evaluator voting, please?
Yes. Poll has been launched.
Let's take 10 seconds to vote for the best evaluator. Thank you. We'll move on to the next report, which is from the language evaluation by our grammarian, Toastmaster Santosh. Please help me welcome Santosh on the stage to provide his report.
Thank you, DTM Simarani, and again, good evening. Today, many speakers have accentuated by their speech and their role, and I have a ball in this meeting. Please let me call the name who is used the word of day and phrase of day in their speeches. First, Toastmaster Hina used one-time phrase of the word, phrasal word. Toastmaster Akshay used one-time word of day and phrase of day. Toastmaster Sasank used one-time phrase of the day. Toastmaster Deval used one-time word of day. Toastmaster Manisha used two-time word of day and one-time phrase of day. Toastmaster Manali used one-time phrase of day and one-time word of day. Now into the not so good uses. Someone said that let me you in next page. It could be let me take you next page. Someone said I start cycle to go school. It could be I used bicycle to go school. And the pronunciation point of view, someone said questions. It should be question. Now some good uses. Someone said that eye opener, unfold, dark sense of humor. Dark sense of humor means that you face the difficult to find out the right word to express your emotions and view. And let your hair down means that you avoid the trouble situation. Tremendous, harvesting, absolute delight, embraced, achievement, perseverance, deep connections, resonate, devastating, tedious, and adversities. And something, some word or sentence that I like, but not related to the good language point of view. Someone said host and dost, and someone said journey. Mentor is a tour guide, and someone said every region have a reason to celebrate the festival. With this, over to Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Santosh, for that great report. Now, usually we think that feedback usually accentuate on the shortcomings of us, but that's not the case. Feedback evaluation means we focus on the strengths and areas to improve rather than taking it negatively. So let me dwell upon the evaluation for this meeting in general now. Starting with the Sergeant at Arms who opened the meeting, I think Rishi did a great job. I'm assuming he's a very new Toastmaster who had joined. Still, he did a great job. He opened the meeting, talked about all the clubs, their meeting numbers. He followed the script, he introduced the guest also. Usually, Sergeant at Arms get nervous with that. He took the introduction from all the guests and gave them the opportunity exact at the start to speak and make them comfortable and welcomed as well. I think little bit Rishi mentioned in his introduction about welcome and energy and all, his smile was missing. So Rishi, you can smile more when you open the meeting. And of course, you can tell the guest how to introduce. Example, I'm a guest, I don't know how should I introduce in 5 seconds, 15 seconds to 3 minutes or whatever. So as a Sergeant at Arms, ensure if you're asking guests to introduce, tell them a format, name, profession, or how you got to know about Toastmasters. But otherwise, great opening. Thank you for being Sergeant at Arms for today. Moving on to the Zoom master, Toastmaster Sandesh. He was a silent essay or supporting essay there. He did spotlighting for almost all the speakers. I know we get nervous when we immediately don't see the speaker getting spotlighted, but sometimes it takes time to find them out. However, I appreciate you being attentive throughout the meeting. Also, you conducted all the voting really well, especially editing the voting on the go with the based on the qualified speakers to be voted for. So thank you so much for a great job done both by Sergeant at Arms and Zoom Master. Moving on to the presiding officer, that's Toastmaster Shashank. Of course, he started the meeting, welcome everyone, talked about the theme and introduced the Toastmaster of the day. So thank you so much, Shashank, for introducing the meeting. The only thing I would suggest is, because this is a joint meeting for 3 clubs, you could have done the handshake or introduce your fellow presiding officers from the other club. I know they were not speaking, you all have planned that, but introducing them and saying them hello to the club or the audience would have done a great job out the wonder over there. But otherwise, thank you so much for doing a great opening and welcoming Toastmaster of the Day, Akshay Chillal. Now, Akshay, who could be a better Toastmaster of the Day for today's meeting? He opened the meeting with a great theme and it was all set. I love the way he introduced the theme using presentation. I usually do not see that nowadays. So being innovative, creative, and bringing flavor on the stage, that is great. And he did that with, of course, energy throughout the meeting. He maintained that energy and smile and connected with the audience. He not only prepared himself, but he asked audience, did I miss something, right? He was not saying, oh, I know it all and I put in presentation beautifully, so now you know you don't have anything. He included audience at the start with the theme, and that was beautifully done. He listened to everyone who had to say something. Now, one of the most important part of being an MOC or Toastmaster of the day is the introduction. And he diligently took everyone's introduction and introduced all the speakers who were coming on stage very nicely. Just small, recommendation there. For example, I was introducing the speakers, I didn't take their names or welcome them on stage. I know you in your club, maybe you're following it differently. You welcome them, spotlight them, and introduce. So I didn't know. So taking a pause may reflect that, oh, I can speak now. So either you reduce the pauses or at the start, tell the audience, this is how I'm going to introduce you, or tell the spotlighter that this is how it's going to work out, so that everyone is on same page. But otherwise, the flow of the meeting, taking care of the time, and especially what I loved about you was you were following up. For example, I finished speaking, you picked up the pointers from the speaker's speech, you were listening to everyone attentively, and you gave a follow-up on everyone's speech out there. So great idea there. And of course, beautifully presented the theme as well. One last point before I go, I missed it. You could have introduced Sergeant Atam and Zoom Master at the start, because nobody else gonna introduce them. So that always, as a TMOD, we can do. But great job done, Akshay. Well done. Moving on to the table topic master for today, that's Toastmaster Toril. I think she has a great energy and smile out there. I love the way she was smiling throughout the session, whether there was confusion, no confusion, people understand, not understand. So great stuff there. Also on the topic, I love the theme, would you rather? And she set that tone in the start and gave them an idea there will be two choices and you have to choose. So it's going to be same for everyone. So she doesn't have to explain it again and again. One recommendation, you could have told about table topic session, what it is about, how it's going to help the audience, right? There are many guests today in this meeting. They got told about its impromptu session, how you can prepare your impromptu speaking on the go so that they don't feel nervous, and tell time in the start rather than when speaker is on the stage. So you could have done telling the role well, but I think you prepared it well. You gave the topics based on the speaker as well. So that was done well. Another quick recommendation is always repeat the topic. You don't have to wait to understand whether the speaker got it for the first time or not. Always repeat a topic whenever you are a table topic master. That's for everyone. But overall, I think it was a great, interesting session. I enjoyed thoroughly, and all the speaker did a fantastic job. Why table topic speaker also, always raise your hand and take this opportunity. That's how we are becoming better and better speaker every day, if you are not a role player especially. With that, coming to timer, Toastmaster Hina, whose virtual background is matching with her role exactly, with the clock behind her telling she's a timer. Wonderful job done there, Hina. She introduced her role well. She was smiling throughout. She was prompt. She was focused. I love the way she played her role today. The only recommendation when you're explaining your role, you could have the screen up and telling this is how I'm going to use it. And also just don't get nervous when somebody's about to breach the time, right? Your mouse was hovering over, when somebody's reaching the red slot and about to disqualify it, you were more nervous than the speakers out there. So don't show it. If you're not showing the time out there ticking, you don't show your nervousness. Let them be there, let them understand how much time is there. But you did a wonderful job. I love the way you presented yourself today. So well done. Coming to the language evaluator, Toastmaster Santosh, I have seen him growing from day one to today and how he's improving. From person who was nervous to speak, thinking about his English language and grammar, today playing the role of grammar, you have come a long way, Santosh. So well done on that. He explained his role very well. And also interesting word of the day and phrase of the day were used. At least I tried using them once, and I'm sure everyone will use it in future as well. You gave a detailed report, which was wonderful because you followed the CRC approach, commented on the word of the day and phrase of the day, followed by the incorrect usage, and then again the good usage. So it is very good format to use. One recommendation, you can reduce your reporting time by, instead of saying Seema said one of the day, once one word of the day, phrase of the day, and then Hina said, so you're repeating some part. Instead of that, you can say word of the day was used by 1, 2, 3%. phrase of the day was used by 1, 2, 3 person, and then both were used by so and so person. So let's applaud together. You can save time and energy over there. But amazing job done. So well done over there. Finally, coming to the evaluations. Now, overall, all the evaluators use the CRC approach, which is of course recommended as well. So you start on a good note, give the recommendation and close on a good note. My general recommendation before I talk about individual evaluators, my general recommendation to everyone who is taking evaluation is never say you're going to evaluate the speaker. Okay, I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Seema or I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Hina. Don't ever say that. Tell you're going to evaluate the speech given by a particular speaker, right? We never evaluate the person, we evaluate the speech given on that day, right? And I know we get used of it by contest that my target speaker. Let's not target somebody, right? It may bring in some negative energy out there, even if we don't want to, right? So avoid targeting and saying I'm going to evaluate the speaker. So with that, coming to first evaluator, Toastmaster Shashank, he gave a very encouraging feedback and evaluation because of course they was giving his icebreaker. Now I remember from the starting years, 3-4 years back, don't give a recommendation to the icebreaker was the culture, but still I recommend Shashank giving at least one on the time. Of course, that was an obvious recommendation because he passed the time. However, still you can give some commendations because it's icebreaker. Now there is no rule, or I would not say you stick by it. If you have one thing with example to give, especially when you have time. You are fast paced like me, but when you have time, you don't have to rush, right? You can relax. You just finish the time. Thanks to Toastmaster Hina, she clicked 2 minutes for you, right? So don't worry, don't run fast if you especially have time, and give one with specific, so that Divya can in the next speech can include that commendation along with timing, of course. But I liked your energy. You are quite energetic throughout the evaluation. So well done. So great recommendations, commendations given to the speaker. Divya, quick one for you. Please keep your video on, especially when evaluator is talking to you, right? So it was not a good gestures when your video was off and Shashank was giving evaluation. Coming to second evaluator, Manali. She, of course, gave quite an encouraging feedback. I know she couldn't find much to give the evaluation on, and she chose to give on the, on the one factor. However, Manali, you can be more specific rather than, this is again for, 2, 3, all the other 2 speakers also did the same thing. For in general, don't repeat the speech. Speaker did this and told about this, told about this. We know what speaker told about, right? So try to give specific. For example, in the evaluation sheet, if you see there is a connect, there's eye contact, body language, pick that and then you can repeat the speech or give facts from the speech. For example, you connected with the audience when you said this. So when you directly tell about the speech, I'm not listening because I already heard about it. But when you relate it with the point of evaluation, it makes more sense. But otherwise, I think you really listen to the speech carefully and observe throughout and give valid commendation over there. A quick one for Toastmaster Manisha. I think you can use more pauses, which all of us lacking. I'm also running right now because of the time, but you can use more pauses. It will add more value to your speech. Coming to the third evaluator, Toastmaster Hina, Distinguished Toastmaster Hina. I think she did a great job out there. She also did CRC. Again, the same point, be specific rather than repeating the speech from the speaker. Give that pointer and then relate it to it. I think the recommendation on emotional part was very, very commendable from my side. It was very unique you gave and point out there. However, I felt you could have done more evaluation based on the basic things, eye contact, more preparation, pause. There were a few factors you could have picked up and given. However, you picked them emotional and contact. You connected the pauses also with that, which was beautifully done. So overall, great job done. Finally, Toastmaster Unish, I loved your evaluation. It was greatly done. You was great opening because you were very energetic. You were relating to it. You were, connecting with the person, and that was done very, very well. You also did CRC and good stuff there. I have no recommendations for you, but one for Sandeep quickly. It felt you were reading the speech rather than naturally coming out. Okay. Act naturally, feel the speech. Whenever whoever is giving, it's your own speech, your personal experience. Don't be nervous. Just write the sentences. Also, you can write in a way you speak to somebody rather than you write. So there is always a difference in between the way we write and the way we speak. You will see that sentences are not same. So be vocal about your speech rather than, reading your speech. That's one quick for everyone, I think, whoever wants to use. Quickly to close, I know we are running late. Generally, I think everyone should switch on their video, especially when the general sessions are going on. It's a good, effective way of doing things. Stand and deliver if possible. If not possible, it's fine. Applause. I know we are virtual, but it's more needed now. I'm saying let's welcome somebody with applause. I'm applauding. Still, I see only 1 or 2% applauding with me. Please applaud and give everyone sense of feeling welcome and all of that. Let's have a round of applause for everyone for today's meeting. Everyone. Yeah, that's the way. Let's do it more generously. Like, we are not losing anything. It's giving us exercise as well. One quick tip for everyone. For a speaker from your own club, give feedback on the Pathways Basecamp rather than chat, because chat will be lost. But if you give them in the Basecamp, it will stay with them and help them improvement. So log into Pathways Basecamp when you join the meeting and give evaluation online to them rather than on the chat. And one small thing with Sandeep and Unmesh, I noticed, I recommend mentors not to be the evaluators. Okay, we had so many mentors in today's meeting. You could have switched the place with another evaluator, because we had all the experienced mentor evaluators here. Recommended is that you never have your mentor as an evaluator, because you'll not get a proper feedback. And anyways, the mentor will give you feedback offline, right? So try not doing that. And yeah, pause and speak. With that, I think I'll finish my great and long evaluation and hand over back to the Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Akshay. Thank you.
Thank you, Seema. Indeed, that was quite a detailed report with specific recommendations. Thank you. All right, so moving on, we are at the end of today's meeting. So just one slide from my side, and then I hand over the days to the presidents. So yeah, one of the memorable moment for me this Sankranti is, of course, you can see this picture. Can anyone guess? This is not exactly. Yes, right. So, so this time I thought, my sister prepares this at home and she was accepting the bulk order. So I thought to maybe share in our society WhatsApp group. And accordingly, once I did, I got like almost 50 poly orders. So this is the actual packaging which you can see. And I was really happy to see and taste it. So this was one of the moments, the way how I celebrated and helped. That's my moment of this festival. So that's all from my side, and let's enjoy this celebrate and togetherness. I hand over the days back to the presiding officers, Shashank, Shubham, and Sandesh. Thank you so much for patiently listening.
Thank you so much, BTM Akshay, for celebrating the Makar Sankranti in such a way. So I would just like to know, what was your fact when you distributed your sisters fully to the society?
Yeah, they actually liked it. This is the first time. Yeah, they really liked it.
Thank you so much. So Zoom Master, could you please let me know, are the polls ready for the best role player and the best auxiliary role player?
Yes, poll is ready. I can launch.
Okay. So meanwhile, we can have a guest feedback. So I see a lot of people. So guest Akshay. So guest Akshay, I just have two questions for you. Like, how did you find this meeting, and would you consider joining?
Yeah, hi Shashank. Yeah, I think it was a great experience. I think everyone here in the meeting are very encouraging, right, from evaluators and everyone patiently listening you. So I think that's a great sign. So yeah, I would love to come back.
Thank you so much, Akshay. Hope we'll see you as a member soon.
Yeah.
So Advait, guest Advait, could you please turn on your video? Yes. Same questions for you. So how did you find the meeting, and would you consider joining Toastmaster?
Yeah, actually, this is my first day with the Toastmasters, and it was a great experience. I mean, I learned a lot of things with experienced people and all seniors out there. And I hope I would improve and be a good speaker in the future. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much for attending the meeting. So, do we
Yes.
have more guests? Guest Piyush. I see guest Piyush. So, Piyush, could you please turn on your video if possible? Meanwhile, you can vote for the best auxiliary role player. Sorry, best role player. Piyush, you are there?
I don't know why my video is, I mean, it's showing a
Oh,
black.
all right, no issues, no issues. We can hear you. So, yeah, Piyush, same two questions for you. Like, how did you find this meeting, and would you consider joining Toastmasters?
Yeah, so it was a great meeting, seeing everyone encourage fellow speakers and the spirit of learning and improving. So that is there in the in Toastmasters in the club. So that was really great. So yeah, definitely, I am planning to join Toastmasters, and yeah, looking forward to further interactions. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Piyush. We hope we will see you again. So, do we have any more guests? All right. Mahesh?
Hi, Shashank. Mahesh here.
Yeah, Mahesh. So same two questions for you. Like, how did you find the meeting, and would you consider joining Toastmasters?
Yeah, I like the meeting very much. The topic picked up by a very different speaker, and the feedback and the evaluation, the time management. I like it very much, and I would like to join this Toastmaster club. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, definitely. Do we have more guests? Shailesh, are you guest or Toastmaster? Okay, so our Zoom master has shared a Google document in the Zoom chat. So I would request all the guests to fill it up so that PP membership would get in touch with you. So with interest of time, I would like to know, Zoom master, are the certificates ready?
Yes.
Okay. So first and the foremost, I would like to thank everyone, especially the role players, because whenever we are conducting a joint meeting with two clubs, it's not that difficult. But whenever we are conducting a joint meeting with three clubs, it's very difficult because a lot of coordination is required. And we were able to fill up all the roles on Wednesday. Just in 3 days, we were able to fill up the roles. So big round of applause for each and every one of us for conducting this meeting successfully. And we had a huge crowd today because this is the crowd which we usually see in the contest, but this was not a contest. It was just a joint meeting. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. So I would like to invite the president of the Barnet Toastmasters Club and the president of On Toastmasters Club to distribute the certificates and share a message if you have one. So can we have president of Barnet, Toastmaster Shubham? Toastmaster Shubham, could you please turn on your video and take over the stage, Kantana? Toastmaster Shubham, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you can go ahead with the certificate distribution. Thank you.
Okay, so certificate is prepared by who is sharing the certificate?
I have the certificates.
Sandesh.
Okay, yes, sir.
So
you're sharing the screen?
Yes, I'm going to share my screen. Okay.
Yes. So for the best speaker, winner is Toastmaster Manisha. And let's click one picture.
Manisha ma'am, you can share this on Facebook.
Yes, and tag both the clubs.
Can someone take the? I'm not able.
Done. Second for best table topic speaker. DTM Shakil. Congratulations.
Let me spotlight this.
Congratulations, sir. Done. We can go for next. Next one is best evaluator. Congratulations, Toastmaster Unmesh, for being the best evaluator for today's evaluation.
Let me spotlight.
Yes.
Manisha is there. Toastmaster Manisha is there.
I think he's not there.
No. I think he'll.
The meeting.
We can move.
Yes. Best auxiliary role player.
So this is role.
So for the best role player, DTM Seema. Congratulations for being the best role player.
Please vote.
We have
auxiliary. Yes.
Congratulations, Hina, for being the best auxiliary role player for today's meeting.
Thank you.
Done. Okay, so now with this we can conclude our moment of glory. And is there any kind of announcement from DTM Sandesh or Toastmaster Shashank for your club? So please, you can.
Yes, I would like to announce. So first of all, thank you everyone for making this meeting a success. As they say, leadership is an action, and definitely when we saw that this weekend we are having TLTP, Toastmasters Leading Program, and the attendance could be low, 3 club leaders came together and quickly we had such a wonderful meeting. So thank you everyone for this contribution, all the members of all 3 clubs. I would also like to acknowledge and would like to seek your applause for 3 new members of our Toastmasters Club who were present today in our meeting. These are Toastmaster Nilesh Apte, his first meeting, Toastmaster Nandini Lohani, her first meeting, and Toastmaster Advait, who joined us today, his first meeting. So 3 new members for our Toastmasters Club. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. Shubham.
Yeah. So I would request everyone to turn on your videos. And
so we can click
one picture. Yes, Piyush, Mahesh, Toastmaster Rishi, Toastmaster Yatin, and Toastmaster Komal. Thank you.
One more. Done.
With this, I adjourn the meeting. Wish you all a happy Saturday. Enjoy and stay safe. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Yatin.
Now the meeting is open for fellowship. We can chit chat.
Recording, please stop.
Okay, thank you.
I want to ask